The sun was rising gently over the land of Burkina Faso. It was a beautiful morning. The air was cool and the birds were singing sweet songs in the trees. On a smooth tarred road, a long convoy of black vehicles sped down the highway. In the middle of the convoy was the president's car, strong, shiny, and well guarded. Inside sat President Ibrahim Traore, dressed smartly in his traditional wear, reading through some important files. He looked up and said to his assistant, "We must get to the capital in 2 hours. This meeting is for the future of our country. I must not be late." "Yes, Your Excellency," the assistant replied. The driver pressed the pedal harder. Everything was going well. The road was free. The journey was smooth. The guards sat upright, their eyes scanning the road ahead, alert and ready. Then suddenly, a small figure stepped out from the bushes and stood boldly in the middle of the road. "Hey, what's that?" one of the guards shouted. The driver hit the brake hard. The tires screeched. The car stopped just a few meters away from the child. Dust flew into the air. Everyone jumped out. The guards rushed forward with confusion. "It's a girl," one of them said, shocked. She looked about 5 years old. Her dress was torn, her feet bare, her hair dusty, but her eyes, they were sharp, full of purpose. The driver shouted, "Move out of the way! This is the president's convoy. Do you want to unalive yourself?" But the little girl stood still and said in a calm but strong voice, "I need to see the president. It is urgent." The guards looked at each other, confused. One of them replied harshly, "Little one, move. We have no time. We must arrive in 2 hours." She shook her head and said, "You will not pass here. Please." The president, curious and annoyed, stepped out of his car. He walked toward the scene, followed by his assistant. "What is going on here?" he asked, his voice deep. The girl pointed straight at him. You are the one I'm looking for." President Traore blinked. "Me?" "Yes," she said. "You must not continue this journey. Wait here for 2 hours." There was silence. Then everyone burst into laughter. "You want the president of the whole nation to wait 2 hours because you said so," a guard mocked. But the girl did not laugh. She repeated, "Please wait for 2 hours. If you pass this road now, you will not make it." The president frowned. "Little one, I respect children, but this is too far. I have waited years for this moment. This meeting is not for fun. It is for the betterment of our country. I cannot stop now." The girl looked up into his eyes and said slowly, "A goat does not run in the daytime for nothing. I am not mad. I am not playing. Danger is on this road. You must not go." President Traore turned away in anger. "This is foolishness." But as he walked back to his car, the girl shouted again, "I saw it in my dream. A big fire, cars crying, people shouting, and you were in the middle of it. If you go now, you will not come back. Please wait." The guards moved to carry her away, but something stopped the president. He looked back at her. She had tears in her eyes now. Her little hands were shaking, but she still stood like a mountain. The president sighed deeply. He walked back to her and bent down to her level. "Who are you?" "My name is Hope," she whispered. "I have no father, no mother. I sleep under the tree by the old well. But I saw this in my dream, and I had to stop you." President Traore looked into her eyes again. She was serious. She was afraid, but she was not lying. He stood up and turned to his guards. "Cancel the journey. We wait here for 2 hours." "Sir?" they all asked in shock. "I said we wait," he shouted. And so the convoy stopped, right there on the lonely road, under the trees, with a 5-year-old girl as their only reason. The president sat back in his car, not reading anymore. He looked out the window. "I must be mad," he said quietly to himself, "but something tells me she's not." 2 hours began. The sun was now higher in the sky, beating down on the black vehicles parked in the middle of nowhere. Time was moving slowly like a wounded snail. President Ibrahim Traore sat in his car, eyes fixed on the ticking clock. 30 minutes had passed. He was losing his patience. His phone rang again. It was his assistant answering another call from the international business team. "Mr. President," the assistant said nervously, "they are calling again." President Traore snatched the phone. "Hello?" A foreign voice came through, sharp and direct. "Your Excellency, are you still coming? This delay is becoming disrespectful. If we don't see you in the next 90 minutes, we will assume you're not interested and give this multi-billion-dollar deal to another African country. President Traore's face tightened. Please, I am on my way. Just a little delay. You have 60 minutes left, the voice snapped. After that, the deal is gone. The call ended. The guards gathered around him, confused and angry. One of them stepped forward. Your Excellency, what is this? Is this an assassination setup? What if that girl was sent by your enemies to delay you? Another said, let's leave this place now before something bad happens. You are the president. You must not be controlled by a street child. The president clenched his jaw. He was boiling inside. He stepped out of the car again and stormed toward the little girl, who was now sitting quietly on a stone by the roadside, looking at the sky. You, he shouted. I'm tired. I want to leave right now. Hope stood up slowly, still calm. Please wait. No, he barked. You have no right to stop me. You are too small to